Jerry and Esther have 40 acres in Texas. It's along the interstate, close to Interstate 10. And they bought it in several pieces that just kept showing up. And now it's this contiguous piece of 40 acres. And it was really interesting. Someday Esther will write it down so that you can read how fun it was as it evolved. But one day, long after they had all 40 acres and long after the beautiful center building was built where Abraham Hicks Publications is housed, Jerry and Esther were sitting in the room that is Jerry's office, and Jerry was basking with such intensity. And he said to Esther, I'd like to talk to Abraham, because before they owned any of that acreage, they were renting a house down the street. And on warm summer days, they used to walk through the bushes and duck through a wire fence and walk over into this acreage. And they came out into a clearing, and Jerry said to Esther one day, can you feel this? And Esther said, oh, I can. It felt like well-being. It felt like what you're feeling when you think of Maui. It was intense. It was almost tasteable. It was so strong. And so every day that they were in the area, they walked in there and roamed around in there and enjoyed it. Whoever owned it hadn't been there in so many years. There was no evidence of anybody ever having been there. And so now, fast forward these years, and now Jerry and Esther are sitting in this building, and Jerry said, Abraham, I think I'm sitting on maybe the exact spot where that clearing was. And when Esther and I found it all those years ago, I said to Esther, happy people have lived here. And we said to him in that moment, you are the happy people you were feeling.
You in the future. Yeah.
In the vortex.
Yeah.
It was already in the vortex, and they were being called to see it because it was already in the vortex. And he felt like that he had found the spot where happy people had been, when actuality, he had found the spot where happy people were moving to. This is what this vibrational reality is all about. But this is why we are wanting you to find patience. But patience isn't something that you can just find. Patience is something that you feel. Patience and satisfaction are the same thing. It's being satisfied with these thoughts, satisfied with these feelings, not needing this and this and this to change before I feel satisfaction. Feeling satisfaction because I'm finding it here. I'm finding it in the thought. I'm finding it. Many years transpired between the time they felt that and the time they were sitting in that spot.